you walk into a store, rows of shampoo, cereal, sneakers, phones. Dozens of brands, hundreds of options. You scroll online, pages of colors, bundles, limited time, deals, and ads whispering, "This one's for you." It all feels empowering, right? Freedom of choice, independence. But what if all those options aren't really choices at all? What if your freedom to choose has quietly become the perfect way to control you? Because companies learned something powerful. People don't like being told what to do, but they love feeling like they're deciding for themselves. That's the illusion of choice, and it's one of the most effective psychological tricks ever designed. Hey, welcome to Beyond Surface Level, where we explore the hidden systems shaping how we think, buy, and believe, and question the stories we're told are true. Because sometimes what feels like a choice is just a clever design. This video will go into the illusion of choice, how companies make you feel like you're deciding. So the illusion of choice isn't about limiting your options. It's about shaping your perception of freedom. Companies, advertisers, and platforms learned long ago that too much control feels manipulative. But guiding your choices without you noticing, that's power disguised as freedom. It's in the supermarket layout where eye-level shelves aren't just random, they're bought. It's in the online stores where recommended for you isn't a suggestion, it's data-driven persuasion. It's in the apps that give you just enough customization to feel unique while still directing you towards the same end goal as everyone else. When you think you're deciding, you're actually being directed. Let me break it down for you just how they do it. The actual psychological levers behind the illusion. Number 1. Framing effect. The way information is presented changes your decision. A product that says 90% fat-free feels better than the one that says 10% fat. Same facts, different frame, different reaction. Number 2, choice architecture. The structure of choices is engineered to push you towards one ideal outcome. That's why streaming services have a standard plan highlighted in bold. Not too expensive, not too basic, but just right. They're guiding you through design, not direction. Then number 3, scarcity and urgency. When you see the red bolded messages that say only 2 left, the sale ends in 3 hours. Even when there's an endless supply, the pressure of missing out hijacks your rational brain. You react, not decide. Then number 4, the defaults. We rarely change settings, so companies make sure the default benefits them. From cookie tracking to auto-renew subscriptions, what's chosen for you often stays that way. And then lastly, personalization illusion. Your feed, your recommendations, your ads, they feel tailored, but they're not for you. They're actually for the version of you the algorithm can predict and profit from. And everything seems to click when you see the tools behind the curtain. Mechanisms work hand in hand with marketing tools. The machinery of persuasion. Algorithms will decide what you see first, not by relevance, but by engagement potential. There's A/B testing that runs quiet experiments on you every second, comparing which design, button, or color makes you more likely to click on it. Behavioral tracking monitors your every move, how long you hover, when you scroll, what you skip, and all that data builds a psychological fingerprint, letting companies tailor choices that feel like yours, but serve them. It's invisible influence, and it works because it doesn't feel like influence. Take Netflix. You think you're browsing, but those thumbnails, the top picks for you, the endless scroll, it's a feedback loop. They show you what keeps you watching longest, not what gives you a real choice. Fast food menus, they highlight combo meals because they know too many options will overwhelm you. And the combos will raise the bill without feeling like they're upselling. Even voting apps, surveys, and online petitions can subtly guide opinion through how many questions are phrased or which options are visible first. When everything feels like a choice, it's hard to tell what's real anymore. Decision fatigue sets in, not because we don't care, but because every option feels equally hollow. We scroll, we swipe, and select, thinking it's freedom. But what we're really choosing is how to stay inside the system, not how to step outside of it. And somewhere along the way, we stop noticing the difference between what we want and what we've been taught to want. We've been conditioned to mistake abundance for agency, to believe that having more options means we're in control. But the endless shelves, the endless feeds, the endless updates, they don't free us. They wear us down. And keep this in mind. If everything is designed to get your attention, this leaves no room for reflection. And that's the quiet cost of this illusion. Not money, but meaning. The constant noise that drowns out your true desires until you can't tell which voice is yours anymore. But once you start to see how choice is crafted, something will shift. You begin to recognize the patterns, the way attention is traded like currency, how convenience becomes a cage dressed up as luxury, and no awareness doesn't mean disconnecting or rejecting everything. It means learning to move through the noise without losing your sense of direction. When you understand the architecture of influence, you start seeing it everywhere. In the way products are framed, headlines are written, algorithms are tuned. And suddenly, what once felt like freedom starts looking more like a guided tour. Real power isn't about fighting every ad or deleting every app. It's knowing when something's pulling your strings and deciding whether you'll dance to it or not. Because awareness doesn't make life heavier, it makes it clearer. It's the subtle shift from being persuaded to being present, from being the audience to becoming the observer. And maybe, just maybe, that's the one choice they can't manufacture for you. If you made it this far, you've already done something rare. You stopped, you listened, and you questioned. And that's what Beyond Surface Level is here for, to explore the hidden systems shaping our behavior, our beliefs, and our sense of freedom. So, if you want to keep pulling back the curtain, subscribe. You'll be a part of the peace in a world built to blur the truth. The illusion of choice might be everywhere, but awareness, that one's still yours. See you next Sunday. Much love.